YouTube, Mustang Steve here. I'm a Mustang hoarder. I have a problem. I'll have to show you guys some more in my garage so you'll be able to see that. I guess my wife isn't around at the moment, so I probably didn't have to say that. Anyway, a little 88 notch that we're going to be working on. This car is stripped right down. There's no engine, no transmission, no rear end in it, no interior. So this is going to be a few videos, maybe even more than that, and you'll be able to see everything I'm doing to it. If you have any questions about this car, please comment down below. I will do my best to get back to every single question that's posted. Hey everybody, my name's Steve. This is the Altered Stangs channel. Currently working on, plan to bring a lot of content, especially as the summer gets closer. I live in Canada, the Great White North, and right now you can't get out and drive your car or do anything fun with it. So I'm looking forward to making a lot more videos, a lot more fun content. A little bit of racing at the track, some car shows, working on cars. And if you guys have any ideas, feel free to put that down below and I'll definitely look at it. So I'm not that much different than most Mustang guys out there. I'm playing with these older Fox bodies. Don't have a huge budget. I do have a bunch of parts because I parted a lot of cars out and I managed to hoard some parts away. And that's how I'm going to build my cars, as cheap as possible, and we'll see what we can do with them. Not to say that they're going to be cheap junk or anything like that. Well, I guess maybe they are kind of junky, but we're just going to use what we have when we can and try and have a lot of fun. My main goal this year is to put a lot of miles on. In the past bunch of years, family and life, just kind of took over. And I didn't drive the cars nearly as much as I wanted to. Now that my kids are getting a bit older, I'm getting older, I realize it's time to start having some more fun. I'm a Gen Xer, so there's a lot of Foxbody content out there, no doubt about it. And it's very hard to find anything that hasn't been done yet with a Foxbody. However, I've got a few ideas. I'm going to try and come up with some things that are a little bit new. Whether they should be tried or not, who knows, but they won't be for a while. But my main goal with the channel is just to have some fun. If I can help anybody along the way, feel free to always ask questions, put questions down in the comments, and I will get back to you. I don't know everything about Fox bodies, but I've been around them for a long time, and I'll do my best to help anybody that I can. In 1991, I was 16 years old and I wanted a Foxbody Mustang really bad. And my mom offered to help me get one. So we went to the Ford dealership and I was looking at buying a brand new 1991 Foxbody 5.0. At the time, I was driving a Chevy S10 pickup truck. It was red with red interior and I thought that was just wonderful. So guess what I wanted to order? I wanted to order a 1991 hatchback, red exterior, porno red interior. And that was a car that I really wanted bad. And boy, have times changed and my taste changed. Now I'm kind of a coupe guy. Gotta have a black interior. And, but as luck, I guess luck, not luck. At the time, it really wasn't possible for me to buy the car. My mom was willing to really help me, but I didn't really have steady income. And I wasn't ready to have the payments of that car, which is fine. Had a lot of other 5 liters on the way. I gained a lot of experience and I had just as much fun if I'd had a new one or used one. It didn't matter. If you had a 5 liter and you were out having a good time, that was great. So I started with an 84 GT350 carbureted one and got lots of stories I could share about that. But we'll save that for another time. So this green car behind me, it was taken apart in 1999 and it was originally the dark shadow blue, I believe it's called. And the owner wanted to paint it green, he wanted to shave the engine bay. So during the mid-90s, he'd been racing this car. He'd lightened it up a fair bit. There's no door beams in this car, which is a problem. So I planned to sell this car Even though the doors are mint, completely rust-free, even in the seams, I'm going to have to change these doors out. That's okay. Just means I'm going to wind up having to paint the car. But back to the story. He lightened the car up a fair bit, and he'd been racing it, and the car is rumored to be in the mid-12s at the time, which was pretty good, mid-90s. And I've got an old picture of it where it's still blue and it's got a set of drag lights on it, and I'll try and get that up so you guys can have a look at it. So the car is taken apart, 1999. Engine bay is shaved, and they paint the car green. And the owner just, life got in the way, and the car sat. So about 4 years ago, I saw an ad for the car come up, went and looked at it, sitting in the garage. It's the same way it's sitting now. Well, it was sitting on wheels, but completely gutted. And I bought the car, brought it home, and this car only has 93,000 kilometers on it. So really excited to get it back together. When I can, I'll get it up in the air a bit more, and we'll show you the underneath of this car. It's got a really nice set of frame connectors, built-in drive shaft loop. Really nice car. I'm looking forward to the build, and there should be lots of videos and lots of things to share about the car anyway. If you have any questions or if you have any ideas for the car, let me know. As I said, I need to change the doors, so paint colors up in the air. I'm leaning towards black because black seems to be the most popular color on a notchback, or at least a very sought after color on a notchback, I should say. And I'm also trying to figure out what wheels to put on it. So if you have ideas for wheels, they need to be, you know, fairly cost effective. I'm not going to say cheap, but a nice looking wheel. But if I'm going to resell the car, I don't want to have a set of BBS RKs on it, let's say, or something like that, just to resell it. So yeah, any comments, questions, please leave them down below. Actually, anybody that's watching this video, I'd really like to know what your ideal wheel is for a Foxbody. What's your favorite wheel that you've ever seen on a Foxbody? I'd really like to know. If you want to leave it in the comments, that would be great. I'll definitely go through. I'm really curious to see what you guys think. So along the way, I've made a lot of mistakes with Mustangs. The first car I had, 84 GT350. On a used car lot, and the car lot had bought it from an auction, and they didn't even know it was there. I saw the car sitting there. It had been dropped off by a delivery company, and I went and asked about it. They said, oh, we didn't even realize it was here. So they didn't have the keys. So the owner of the car lot, really good guy. I've actually stayed in touch with him over time, and he's just a great guy to talk to. But he grabbed a piece of wire, and we kind of hot wired the car, got it going. And it had a 351 Windsor in it, and at the time we didn't know, but it was a bank repossession. Somebody had taken the low mileage engine out of it. The car had 67,000 kilometers on it, and somebody wanted that 5.0 carbureted engine. Keep in mind, this was around 91. Instead of buying the new Mustang hatchback at the dealership, I wound up looking at this GT350. So they'd remove this engine and they'd put in some 351 Windsor they'd found. So we got it running, and it started overheating and it started smoking. The engine was just no good. So it was completely rust-free, low mileage, beautiful shape other than some scratches down the side of it. And the owner of the car lot helped me out as a young guy, gave me the car for $1,000. And I was on top of the world. I've been working all summer, had $1,000, and that was great. So I got it towed home. My dad and I went and found this old van. We called it the hippie van. It was a 1970 Ford van, but it had a rebuilt 302 in it. So one of my first mistakes, one of my bigger mistakes, was I took this Ford van 302 and I took everything off the 351 Windsor and put it on the 302. Now, being an older 351 Windsor, that should have worked. But the people that stripped the Mustang and put the 351 into it used the 5-liter flywheel. So I had two different balance weights. At the time, I didn't know this. Internet wasn't a thing. And the car shook, didn't want to rev up, had all kinds of problems with it. But later down the road, I got it figured out and swapped out, and then we had a good time with the car. But I just wanted to share one of my learning experiences. I just wanted to share one of my learning experiences with you guys, because I'm sure we've all been through it. And anybody out there that's working with some trial and error stuff right now, just want you to know you're not alone. So if there's anything I can help you out with, please feel free to ask in the questions. Or if there's anything I can help you out with, please feel free to ask in the comments.